sila upang magukay at maghanap ng tanso, pilak, pinto.
The Philippines. Straddling the well-defined belt of volcanoes called the Pacific Ring of Fire, the country has the greatest number of proven deposits of metallic and non-metallic minerals among Southeast Asian countries. The Philippines covers some 30 million hectares, but only about 1.5% are presently covered by mining permits. And some 30% of the remaining area is regarded by the Mines and Geosciences Bureau to be geologically prospective for metallic minerals. There are an estimated 9 million hectares where there are potential additional sites for metallic minerals. The Foreign Chambers of Commerce of the Philippines and the Philippine Association of Multinational Companies regional headquarters agree that by international standards, the Philippines is underexplored. With the discovery of new ore bodies, the country is now considered by exploration companies as having huge potential. And the current policy of revitalizing mining has spurred renewed interest in the industry, with the private and government sectors taking stock of the bullish metals market and the surging minerals demand of industrializing countries, notably China and India. The Philippines is also one of the world's 25 leading biodiversity hotspots, based on rankings made by Conservation International. The Philippine hotspot covers 20,803 square kilometers out of the archipelago's total of almost 300,000 square kilometers. The country has a total of 25,995 square kilometers of protected areas. Reason why mining, to be sustainable, has to be done responsibly. Thus,
What made you decide to invest in mining in the Philippines?
Well, I think, generally recognized that the Philippines is a highly mineralized country, and we agree with that assessment. So we thought we should invest in a vital industry that could help contribute to, to the overall economic development of the country.
Dalawa lang sila kaampi at kabirhil sa humigit kumulang 8,000 small-scale miners sa Benguet na patuloy pa rin sa pagmimina ng ginto.
At the same time na ginaganan mo yan, sinisik mo yung sample pan para mag-settle talaga yung ganyan.
Ito na yung dahilan kung bakit mahal ang ginto. Kung makikita niyo yun, yan na po yung gold. According kanila kuya, medyo yung nahanap nilang ore low grade, no? Ibig sabihin, low yielding to. Konti lang yung nakukuha. Pero sa mga panahon na ganito na medyo mataas ang presyo ng ginto, kahit na konti ang yield, pwede na rin.
Maraming oras man ang nauubos dito, importanteng pagdaanan ito para hindi masayang ang hirap at pagod bago tibagin ang isang bundok.
Ito, papasukin ko yung isang small scale mine, no? By the looks of it, kung makikita nyo yung gilid-gilid, medyo crude. It's because, syempre, mano-mano po ito ginagawa. Walang machines na tumutulong sa kanila. May mga kasama tayo sa loob. Susundan ko sila, ha? Makikita nyo dito sa paligid ko. Talagang parang cave nga siya, hindi siya mukhang mina. Gaya na sinabi ko, kita nyo naman, manual labor lang talaga. No equipments, no machines ang tumutulong sa kanila. Talagang literal manpower lang talaga itong operasyon nila.
2 dekada na silang nagmimina para may pangsuporta sa kanilang pamilya. Maging ang kanilang mga ninunuraw, ito na ang nakagisnang trabaho.
Ito yung kunyas, yung parang mukhang malaking pako. Bukan lang natin, no? Ang bigat.
Actually, yung buong parang 6 inches na yan.
Apo.
Yan ang buong ugat.
Basta yung itim.
Oo, tapos may
puti.
May puti.
Hindi din daw basta-basta porket nakita niyo na yung gold or tuloy-tuloy lang ang pagpupukpok, no? Dahil importante ay ma-maintain yung structural integrity ng buong minahan.
That we support. I think the natural resource is a patrimony of the country. It belongs to the country, and the government's desire to have an increased share is something we will support. But you know, the way it could be done is something we would like to put our suggestions as to how that can be achieved. For example, our belief is that instead of imposing additional taxes based on gross revenues of the industry, it should be essentially a share of the net mining revenues, because the basic philosophy behind that thinking is that we have no control over the prices of metals at all. No? The mining industry is so small to this economy and certainly to the global economy, and you know, there have been periods of the global mining industry where prices have dropped precipitously and prices have risen as they have in recent years. So I think the government should participate in the upside, but I think should be a party to the downside as well, to which both of us don't have any control over. And I think it's a fair distribution of risk, bearing in mind that the total investment risk is on the private sector shoulders. No? The government has no money on the table, so to speak, and if it's a dry hole, so to speak, with respect to mining resources by a private party trying to explore and develop the resource, there's no.
Let's begin with economic growth.
The potentials of the Philippine mining industry for metallic deposits, copper, gold, and nickel. There are 17 projects in the pipeline requiring $15.3 billion investment from 2001 to 2018.
Along with 17 other metallic mines operating now, an expected $11.2 billion in annual revenue from 2018 to 2038 can be expected. Apart from these direct economic benefits, other industries benefit from new mining projects, including construction, foundry and steel fabrication, service contractors, power generation. The foremost beneficiaries of mining are, of course, the communities where they operate. Members of the Chamber of Mines of the Philippines have brought development and growth in remote barangays through the construction of schools, hospitals and clinics, roads and bridges, water supply, electrification, and telecommunications, all under their respective social and development management programs.
SDMP is the Social Development and Management Program, and this is provided for under the new Mining Act of 1995, stating that all mining companies should allot certain portion of their budget for the development of the community. Basically, SDMP is not established by the company, but it should be coordinated and consulted in the community. Meaning that we have to identify the needs, programs, the problems, the gaps within that community, and that's the starting point of the program planning session. And after that, we agree on priority projects to address those needs identified previously.
Dumating sila, ang mga minero. Ang kanilang mga dambuhalang sasakyan. At habang sila'y nasa daan para matupad ang mga pangarap, natupad din ang mga pinapangarap na daan. Mga daan na naghahatid ng kasaganahan at pag-asa para sa nakararami.